Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
25 minutes of Just Between Us Girls that wasn't recorded, nor will it ever be recorded. But what is being recorded are our thoughts on last night's episode right here on RulaskaThoughts. Good day, everybody. I keep thinking I'm on the T. I keep trying to go into the T intro. Hi, everybody. Welcome to RulaskaThoughts for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 13, titled Karen's Gone Wild. Once again, we're doing this. It's the first real reaction I'm having to the show. I guess I did the big takeaway. But with Robert's a working girl now. So with his new schedule. Well, you were not working for a while.
3 months, but yeah, okay.
So now we do RulaskaThoughts early. That voice you heard, the dulcet sounds of that wannabe white Latino that you heard are the one. Robert was talking about his new job, and he was like, "I'm working with another Latino,
another gay Latino,
and I was like, "Okay." I guess what we do is chop liver. But I guess
you would make it about you. Oh, God. Well, to be fair, I worked with Christian before I worked with you, Piccadilly.
That's true. Anyway, it's Robert Mata. Hello, Robert Mata.
Hi, Joe. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I know you're good, too. Great to hear. Before the song goes out, I wanted to check your synesthesia. What are you getting from the song, sister?
Purple.
What do you get from the little the ding 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 ding?
Purple, I see, and then I see purple clouds, and then I see little yellow stars going down like they were musical notes.
Bitch, that's a Harry Potter introduction.
Well, I'm just telling you what I see. But my synesthesia is actually, it's not really as much sound related. And I literally thought everybody did this. And I'm not even joking, until 2 years ago, something really recent. But it's really a visual thing having to do with numbers. So for instance, if I imagine all the numbers, they go in a particular pattern in my mind's eye. Or same thing with letters. Letters go in a particular pattern in my mind's eye. And I thought, oh, this must be great. Everybody has their own pattern. But what I found is, no, nobody has this. Not nobody, but it's unusual. It's the alphabet. Do you see a visual spatial thing with the alphabet?
My alphabet tends to be somewhat circular, kind of like a rotary phone.
Robert, what I'm telling you is, and I've asked a ton of people, that's unusual. We're
Are you sure?
Yes, and we're you ask people, and they're like, what are you talking about? Yes, it's very unusual.
Well, my colors tend to be more like a grid, but not in color wheel or color theory order, just a grid. But I'm not claiming I have synesthesia at all. I just have really, really, the reason why my memory is so good is because whatever's going on in my brain, my neurology, is that I really have incredibly strong neural pathways and they fire off really fast. So my associations are very quick.
So one of the things I was reading about too, it was a Reddit conversation, and this is very much related, about there are people that when they read books, they don't imagine the movie in their head as they're reading it. I'm literally watching a movie while I'm reading a novel.
Yeah, that's...
But a lot of people are like, no, what are you talking about? Just read the book.
I had a 6-month-ish relationship with a guy who I had never met one of these people before, but You know, some people say that they don't have an internal monologue. Mm-hmm. He straight up was like, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I was... It was crazy.
It's what, yeah.
I didn't know it until like 4 months into dating, and I was shocked.
There are some people I've met who say they don't have an internal monologue. I'm constantly talking to myself in my head.
I don't ever have internal silence.
Yeah, I know.
I have like a whole chorus, a whole damn council going on at all times.
I know, but I'm jealous of yours because yours just tell you about how handsome and perfect and beautiful and you look like an evangelista you are.
Well, last week we added one to the rap sheet, which is that my dick is too big. Remember?
Oh yeah, that one too. You know, I have a new guy who just joined. Well, not new. He's been around for a while. He's like a master Joe Batan's historian, but unfortunately, it's only for cringy things I've done or said.
Like excoriate every week.
I don't say. You know what? I don't. But you know what? Here's the deal.
You're getting angry.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm glad. I love that people learn vocabulary words because of me. I think I've told this story on the show, but did I tell the story show before about esoteric?
On the show, I don't know.
So I'll just say it on the show one more time. When I was tutoring SAT, I used to tell this story all the time in class about how when I was in college, I went to some party and we're all drinking out of the red Solo cups and everybody's talking. I don't know why I said this. Maybe I was even high. I don't even know. But I said, isn't it ironic that the definition of the word esoteric is in and of itself esoteric? Mm-hmm. And everybody just looked at me and then just walked away.
That is a peak idea, though.
It is, yeah. And I told that story. All the kids laughed, whatever. Whenever there was one time where I told that story, esoteric was on the next SAT. And they were so excited. They were all texting me like, oh my God, esoteric was on the SAT. And I was like, yeah, and it stuck because you knew that story. Anyway.
And that's what a good teacher does.
That's what a good teacher does. Anyway, Robert Mata, we should not be dilly-dallying. In fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? Because when we come back, we have a lot to discuss with this episode of Rulaska Thoughts. We'll be back right after this.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about. Like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW. Let us surprise you.
This podcast is supported by MIDI Health. Are you in midlife? Feeling dismissed, unheard, or just plain tired of the old healthcare system? You're not alone. In fact, even today, 75% of women seeking care for menopause and perimenopause issues are left entirely untreated. But it's time for a change. It's time for MIDI. MIDI's not just a healthcare provider. It's a women's telehealth clinic founded and supported by world-class leaders in women's health. Their clinicians provide one-on-one, face-to-face consultations where they truly listen to your unique needs. They offer a full range of holistic, data-driven solutions that isn't one-size-fits-all care. This is care uniquely tailored for you. At MIDI, you will find that their mission is clear: to help all women thrive in midlife, giving them access to the healthcare they deserve. Because they believe midlife isn't the middle at all. It is the beginning of your second act. Ready to feel your best and write your second act script? Visit joinmidi.com today to book your personalized, insurance-covered virtual visit. That's joinmidi.com. MIDI, the care women deserve.
Close your eyes. Focus. Listen to work getting done with Monday.com. Relax as AI does the manual work, while your teams are aligned on a single source of truth. Feel the sensation of an AI work platform, so flexible and intuitive, it feels like it was built just for you. Notice you're limitless. Now open your eyes, go to monday.com, start for free, and finally, breathe.
What color is this?
We are back. The colors I'm seeing on this are like a brown and gray, but I don't really see any kind of like strong shape.
Brown and gray is a vile combination.
It is. I don't think it's a good song.
Oh, I kind of like it.
Oh, you do? It feels like it's an intro or outro to some sort of like Jersey Shore type of show.
Yeah. But Lori's is better, no doubt. I kind of like the one that sounds like the Animal Crossing music. I think it's for the tea.
For the tea.
It's a little cafe, kind of like a little bit of chiptune-y. Little la, 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 la.
What?
Anyways, let's talk about the show.
I'm trying to know which one it is. Let's go through these. Hold on.
It's the one that's like dun, 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 dun. Actually, that's straight up Animal Crossing music from Mario Kart DLC.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. You don't listen to Throwing Down, so it's not that. Let me see. This is the T intro.
No, this is like Sonic, low budget.
How about this?
No.
That's the T outro.
This is like driving with your girlies at the beach, but like you don't want to hear it. Kind of like when a friend puts on like, I don't know, like Ashley Tisdale.
Let's see here. What other shows do you listen to?
Well, I listen to the T. I listen to Lori. Maybe it's Just Between Us Girls.
Okay. That's J-Bug going out.
Yeah, what's the start?
That is a start.
No, Brad, what's the intro?
Oh, it's this one.
It's this one.
You know what's so funny is I've been playing Animal Crossing a lot more, and occasionally your villagers will come up to you and say, "Oh, can I change your name to this new nickname?" And one of them came up to me.
Calls you Josito?
No, J-Bug.
Oh.
He's like, "Can I start calling you J-Bug?" And I was like, "By all means, go ahead."
In middle school, it was peak humor to me to have all my neighbors call me Betch.
Why?
Because Bean Girls was the talk of the town at the time. It was Betch specifically.
Oh, weird. Anyway,
I was also in 8th grade.
Okay, so let's just a brief recap. Even by the time people hear this, we've already recapped this to death. But Mikey Meeks wins. Bottom two, Nene Coco and Jane Don't. Jane Don't goes home. Your thoughts?
Mikey winning. Yeah, I think so. Jane and Nene in the bottom. Yeah, I can see it. I differ from, of course, again, future filming. Sorry for the chronological disaster of this, but I don't know what Nathan thought, but I know that Lori hated it all. I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but I actually had a really good time with this episode and every skit for the most part.
Oh, you liked them?
I did. Maybe it's just because I'm not unemployed anymore.
Yeah, I'll see you in a better place.
Exactly. So I'm just receiving the material a little bit better. Layoffs really just destroy a bitch's mindset. But I think that Nene and Jane did have the least enjoyable one, but I don't think they did poorly. You know what I mean?
Yes. Lori and I have, similar thoughts. I wasn't very amused, but I'm almost wondering if Lori and I are too judgy. So that's why I'm glad to hear that you liked it. Maybe we're a little too harsh.
I really appreciate Lori's comedic breakdown of the episode. I know you like to rib on her for doing that often, but I think all of her feedback and criticism felt really valid because of that.
I think she had a lot of insight, explaining it, because I think the fatal flaw that the show has is that it puts RuPaul in the sketches, honestly. But because for some reason the show thinks RuPaul and Michelle Visage are like comedic geniuses and good at everything. And I think in some of the sketches, I rewatched the sketches today, and I really do think she does Jane and Nene dirty in the sketches. And part of me wonders how intentional that was. But I don't know if RuPaul's that savvy. I think you'd have to be sort of, not to go back to the SAT again, but there was this thing where it's just as difficult to get the lowest score possible on the SAT as it is to get the highest score possible in the SAT, because in order to get the lowest possible score, you would even have to know what the right answers are just to not even get them by accident.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah, statistically speaking. So, it in the same version here, for RuPaul to be so, trying to undermine them, she would have to be really good at improv to behave in such a way to undermine them.
Yeah, I don't think she's able to hold that many spinning plates.
Yes. So I don't think it's that savvy. I just think, I don't know, she wasn't as good with them as she was with the other three. So you like them, and did you agree? So you agree with Mikey winning? Did you agree with the bottom two?
Yes, because I do think they just had the least laughs and the least effusive energy. Darlene, yes, the criticism that she wasn't quite a Karen is true, but I thought she was going to win because RuPaul was having a ball with her. She was getting down and showing mobility that she would never do, performing her own songs.
Yeah.
But and Ru was being funny. Like I've mentioned before, like Ru likes to bring out his character from the hood, persona, when he tries to do funny, comedic characters, which is of course something he demands from everyone, to act up your ethnicity and race. But it was still funny. It wasn't offensive. It was just a good time. I think I definitely clocked in here to Darlene's charm a lot more than I did in the roast that I did not respond to.
Yes. So you're leading me to actually this other conspiracy theory I have. And I don't know if I'm going to bring this up on recap or not. Maybe I'll just bring it up here. Which is, from the very beginning of the season, there was this, to me, inexplicable passion and love for Darlene Mitchell. And I didn't get it because we didn't see a lot of her in the beginning. She was kind of just Cameron Michaels'd, in the early part of the season, and you just didn't really see her. She wasn't really a presence. So I didn't get the love. Mm-hmm. And so I have this new theory that a lot of this love came from people who read the spoilers and knew she did very well, and so wanted to sort of be on the
forefront.
You see, yeah, look,
my
I was
taste
right.
is so evolved. I knew she was going to go far.
Yes,
I have the exact same theory about Mikey Meeks.
Okay,
even to the point of story arc, because she was very invisible in the first several episodes, but she inexplicably had so many hardcore stans on Twitter and Instagram and Reddit, and I was confused by what they were standing.
Yeah.
And here we are with 3 wins, is it?
Yeah, 3 wins. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my little brief thing there. So like Darlene, I saw today. I think you're right. I think ultimately it's not about doing great improv. It's about, again, like Snatch Game, making RuPaul laugh. And RuPaul just loves Darlene Mitchell. Just loves her. I would even go so far as to guess is there's a very much like a old Carol Burnett show type of energy about Darlene Mitchell, which I'm sure RuPaul loves. And maybe that's where the love comes from, Mm-hmm. But RuPaul loves Darlene Mitchell to the point where Lori thinks she might win. I don't know that she'll win. I think it's going to be someone boring like Nene or Mikey. So were you gagged that Jane went home?
I was gagged that, okay, so I'm going to skip through a ton of my notes to get to this because I did note this. I was gagged that it wasn't a double Shantae because the edit, so I guess watching Drag Race for as long as we have, we anticipate a competitor like Jane is going to get a double save and that there will be a double save in the season. And I think with kind of being like almost Pavlovian trained to the background cues of the music and the amount of time they let between certain things that Ru says, we all are, I think, subconsciously used to the rhythm of Drag Race, something felt strangely anticlimactic about Jane's elimination, that it wasn't edited to be as gaggy as it's obviously going to be for the vast majority of the fan base. And so it felt, especially with the sort of muted tone Ru took and the very quiet rage that Jane had, all of it just felt very strange and awkward in a way that I fully expected Ru when she said, don't let them, what was her farewell address? Was it like, don't let anyone say don't or something like that? It felt, I can't remember what it was verbatim, but the rhythm of that, the cadence of it felt in typical Drag Race expectation that she was then going to tell Jane, and that includes tonight, Shantae, you also stay. But that didn't happen, and Jane had to shuffle away. And then it was even stranger in her exit interview for some reason, and I don't think this happens often, but the shot was mirrored. Jane was giving her exit interview, speaking to the camera in an opposite direction than they typically do. And so that felt weird and unsettling. And she was kind of giving the camera a nooch. So I'm curious to know about what was happening backstage that made all these things just feel very strange and weird. And as a viewer, it's a longtime viewer. It's just weird to see all of this kind of not fall apart, but I left feeling unsettled, I guess. Not angry, not injustice, just that was weird.
So
for me,
I don't know. I really elaborated this on the big takeaway, but from a magician's perspective, what I was really trying to get at was, the clues were there the whole season. Because we kept commenting like, this is weird for like a winner's edit that we're getting these like signs of Jane being so like in her head and questioning and suspicious and paranoid and all kinds of things that you're like, that's really bizarre because for someone who's doing so well, for them to show this in the edit. And so now it all makes sense because they were telling us the entire time, but I don't know why. I mean, she was doing so well. I didn't think it would be possible.
No, and she was said to be in the bottom two. I was surprised it was against Nene, who I think the show has pretty much flagged for the finale since the get. But I thought this was, like I said, definitely going to be a double Shantae. And if not that, then it would be Jane's kind of like Raja in Jinx's lip sync before the final competitive episode moment, where they send a strong competitor home in the top 4 or so. I know this is the top 5, but the show plays around with these numbers. So, and it wasn't. It's just everything about what I thought I knew about Drag Race is kind of in the old Game of Thrones universe. My expectations have been subverted.
Yeah. You've been quoting a lot of Game of Thrones recently. It's You're Excoriated.
It is, yeah.
What is this? Where's this coming from?
Well, the Night of Seven Kingdoms premiered a month, 2 months ago. I don't recall when, but I liked it enough to then watch House of the Dragon again, which I fucking loved. And then because I was just filling out job apps, really at that point, I was just interviewing every other fucking day and it was exhausting. I would just put on Game of Thrones in the background. So I've been watching a lot of it. I just finished the rewatch like on Sunday. So I'll move on to another topic, concept, reference soon. I'm playing Pokemon Leaf Green again. So maybe that, or maybe the new Harry Potter trailer.
I don't know if I've talked to you about this in private, but my new obsession, it really is. I've been putting in hours and hours and hours of it. I finally bought Power Wash, and I've been power washing things.
Good for you, girl.
So I pulled up a list of some of the more iconic 5th place.
Ben de la Creme.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Pandora.
Alyssa Edwards, I forgot. So Katya, you have Alyssa Edwards.
Coco was 5th.
Ben de la Creme, Valentina. They say
Valentina was not 5th place. She was like 7th.
Oh,
did you pull that list up from ChatGPT?
I sure did.
As I've said a million times, it's full of shit. Untrain yourself, girl. The robots will not be saving you.
Heidi in closet?
That sounds right. Let's see here. But maybe 6th sounds even more right.
Hold on. Let's pull this up. Drag race.
No, because I think Jackie Cox was 5th, season 12.
If you know that, that's really sad. Okay, let me see here.
Oh, it's sad now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coco Montrese with 5th place. Melissa Edwards was 6th place.
Mm-hmm.
And then, wow, that's really sad that you know that. Okay, let's and then season 12. Let's see here.
I think it's sad when someone hurts their shoulder and they have to take like a month off. It's like just use your
I
other
think it's
arm.
sad too. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jackie Cox. Holy shit!
I said that.
You are wow. You know
How
what?
are you still gagged by my encyclopedic memory, girl? I told you the neurons are firing.
What it could be, I wonder, is ChatGPT like thinking like 5th alternate?
A lovely 5th alternate? I don't think so. Stop making excuses for it, girl.
That is crazy. No one's thinking about Jackie Cox. She's not iconic. But Ben
She's
Delacreme was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Season 9, Valentina. Let's see.
Season
Who
9 was
it?
Alexis Michelle.
Oh, you know what? Girl, why do you know this?
I don't know.
Valentina was
because
like 7th.
I said that.
Oh.
I truly don't know why this
What
gags
I
you
will
so,
say,
but
though, what I will
whatever.
say, and this goes without
Say
saying,
it.
5th place is very, very strong, generally.
Yeah, it's definitely a beloved fan favorite position to go in. I don't know if Jane Don't fulfills the beloved fan favorite brief, but no doubt, I actually haven't really been on the internet yet to know if everything's aflame, but I'm assuming so.
You know, one thing I didn't ask you about was the puppets.
I was grateful you didn't mention it, but go ahead.
What did you think of the puppets?
Girl, it was atrocious.
I agree with Lori. They must have not had enough material because I think I would have just cut it out. Like,
I agree with you, absolutely. But do notice we jumped right into the main challenge,
Yeah.
which means that the girls were giving Nooch in the workroom as well.
yeah. Oh, I said last week there was the fewest number of notes that I've ever had. This beat last week's. I'm gonna have to rewatch after this episode before I talk to Nathan to see if I can add any other notes.
Do you want to take my notes?
No, you give me your notes. Go ahead. Go on. You have
They're
a list.
actually not that deep. They're a little bit more observational than think
Go
pieces.
ahead. We'll do Robert's notes. Go ahead. Rapid style.
Oh yeah, let's do some rapid fire shit. Okay, I'm obsessed with the pit crew getting the tip for the puppet challenge. I do wonder, as a longtime worker in television, how that was actually dispersed and like what kind of deal memo they wrote for that. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I'll just again, banal production. TV nonsense. I thought Juicy did great in the improv challenge. I would love more of Ru, of all people, to say shit like adios puta. Ru is allowed. We'll give her the puta card, if you would.
No, I'm trying to find the right
was
sound.
that?
No, I'm trying to find the right sound to play between all of your thoughts. That's too long. This is too long. Nope. This is the only one that kind of works.
If this was Drag Race, they would do that super fucking annoying like cymbal noise that they do anytime a queen like turns around on the runway and we're supposed to be impressed. Or like it'll be Shea Coulee doing the Cool for the Summer lip sync that was awful, but anytime she spins, they did that annoying cymbal noise. Enough! But
Well, I don't have the sound here. So, on my disability month, I'll be able to re-engineer the soundboard. But for now, go ahead.
okay. Well, on the Ru gets the puta card. Nini does not get the oy vey card. She's not allowed to speak Spanish. I'm sorry, Nini.
Nini said oy vey?
In a confessional.
Oh.
This is weird. Let's see. I wrote, again, rapid fire notes just as conversation
You're
starters.
good, yeah.
Ru cracked me up a lot with Darlene. I was unsettled by how much I enjoyed it. Mikey was good. I loved her sovereign citizen speech. That was silly. Jane was fine. I wrote, Nini Coco looked like Manila Luzon of all people when she walked in, which was strange. Juicy's runway looked like a design challenge look. I thought it was poorly constructed, which is super strange for Juicy, considering all of her looks have looked very expensive and well-designed, so weird. Darlene and Bedazzled Jorts is crazy. I know Alexis Michelle is sweating through her pads at the moment, seeing a water sports look on the runway following hers. Also, quick pivot. Have you ever been to Folsom?
No, but the Johns used to go every year, and they would show me pictures and stories, tell me stories and show me pictures, and I was like, this sounds vile. And I've seen videos. Well,
now it's basically just a street fair. Dory Alley's like the real BDSM themed public affair.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you've been because you lived in the Bay Area for a while. What did you think?
Actually, I've only gone twice. Yeah. And the first time we were all like baby gay, so it was like tee-hee, let's go see what this is all about type of energy, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like seeing people get whipped in the street was like, oh my God, gag. But it was real. Speaking of whips, Mikey saying that she had a Vine whip. I lived, again, because I'm playing Pokemon Leaf Green at the moment. That's a Pokemon joke, Joe. Nini's Lady Liberty look was weird as shit, but it's so Nini to be like, I'm so smart that I know that the Statue of Liberty was copper and then got rusted and then turned green. I'm like, this is so Nini Coco.
It is Nini Coco. You're right, 100%.
And when T.S. Madison was giving her note, she said that she loved Juicy saying Ayúdame, and I was like, bitch, I'm sure you fucking did. I'm sure you love every Latino to say Ayúdame. Ugh.
Well, for the people who don't know, the Ayúdame is from that Disney. Remember when that woman tried to sneak her kids into Disneyland and they caught her?
Oh, yeah, I remember that video. Yes. I didn't make that connection.
Yeah, and the little girls are going, Ayúdame, Ayúdame. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure T.S. Madison lived for seeing those.
Yeah, I'm sure poor Latinos being dragged out of a place.
Yeah.
She was living for it.
Let's see. Mikey winning tickets to stop that train is camp. I love that.
Uh-huh.
And I also, who the fuck, I think I figured it out, but who is to the left of Jujubee on that poster?
Let me look at that there. Hold on. Stop that. I saw someone on TikTok saying that it looks really funny. I go, it looks horrible. It looks like one of those, let me see, I'm opening the poster right now. It's basically a long, horrible RuPaul's Drag Race sketch. To the left of Jujubee.
Well, if it's as funny as Darlene and Rue's sketch was today or last night, then I'm clocking in. I have very few free hours these days and time to myself, but I will spend an hour and a half watching that bullshit.
To Jujubee's left. Is that?
Well, I guess technically to Jujubee's right. On the queen who's on the poster that's not Jujubee or RuPaul. Maybe the girl who's supposed to be stopping that train.
It's a black girl.
What?
Let me see here. The one I'm looking.
No, now I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta zoom in. So I had to take a screenshot so I could zoom in. Yeah, it's a black girl.
Girl, that is not a black girl.
This is what RuPaul's in the leopard, in the black suit.
Yes, holding her helmet.
Yeah,
and
then isn't that right below her? Isn't that Jujubee on the left of the picture in the cabin?
At the left of the cabin, right of the picture. Who again, process of elimination. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I would not have known that. Oh,
you're saying that's Jujubee on the right?
Is that not Jujubee?
I thought it was a black girl.
I think you need glasses, sister.
No, I'm looking at it zoomed in. Who's the one standing out of the first one in the right behind RuPaul standing out of the window?
That's your favorite Brooklyn Heights.
Oh, fuck her. So keep the train going.
Marsha behind her, who I'm like, ugh, fuck her.
And then who's behind her?
Honestly, that looks like it's. I can see about 5 pixels, and those 5 pixels look like Coco Montrese, but that is a black girl.
Could that be Ginger Minge then?
That is who it must be.
It's Ginger Minge, because Ginger Minge, remember, she lost a lot of weight, and that's a very Ginger Minge type face.
But it looks it looks nothing like her.
Yeah, well, Ginger Minge doesn't look like Ginger Minge.
Well, then let's see who the person in the back is. Let's see, cast. Oh, I guess it's either, is it Simone?
It's Vinegar Shakes.
What did you just call them?
Was that the name
I
of
guess
that?
It's Simone, because I can see her. She's doing her favorite thing to do that one of my friends, who I would watch season 13 with, she hated this. That Simone's doing her crossed arms and pursed lips bit that she does anytime she's asked to be anything other than herself.
I already closed the picture to look later. I thought the trailer looked horrible.
I haven't seen the trailer because I've stopped watching trailers sort of as a rule.
Oh, okay. They're trying to look. So they decided, why don't we do a drag race version of Airplane? And that's what it is. But I don't know. Anyway, any other thoughts?
I say that, and I also just mentioned the Harry Potter trailer, but we needn't talk about that in a queer-centric
I haven't seen the Harry Potter trailer. John Paul saw it, and he was like, I go, what'd you think? He goes, it just made me think, well, what's the point? It looks just like the first Harry Potter.
It looks like a Disney live-action version of the Harry Potter movies. But I will say just one note on it, and I think this is my thing. My ovaries are bursting because those kids are so damn adorable, and I pray that they are protected from the fan base old and new. Like, that Hermione is the sweetest, nerdy thing I've ever seen in my life. And that Harry, it seems like they're clearly going to lean more into the abuse factor of the Sorcerer's Stone. Mm-hmm. He is acting, and Daniel Radcliffe, for all his positives, can't fucking act. So, at least then.
There you go. You should do a show where you just analyze your nerdy things like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. Are you a Lord of the Rings nerd too?
No, I've tried my damnedest. I really have, but it bores the fuck out of me. Really? Especially because the first one, there are no women. I know Galadriel has like a 30-second scene, but other than that, it's just a bunch of bros, and they're boring bros. Who?
Liv Tyler. Is her name Arwen?
I don't remember that.
The one that's an elf that she gets married. She's in love with the dude.
Is she in Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah.
I don't remember
the part
that.
where they're gonna.
And I watched this like 3 years ago. Again, I keep trying, but it never hits.
Next year we'll have to do that thing where I don't know why this is a January thing. Where Nathan saw it in one day. That's ridiculous, right? But I did it 3 weekends in a row where they go one weekend, they do it one weekend after another. They do the 3 movies.
I just said my free time is precious now.
Yeah, I know what it's precious for. By the way, it's funny that I think today might be the 1 year anniversary of No King's Day, where Robert also said No Joe Day.
That happened in June, girl.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay. I'll remember to call you on that
pull
day.
your shit together.
I just know today's No King's Day, so I was like, oh, okay.
No, they are doing No King's protests today, though, yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Why the fuck was the stage so colorful all of a sudden? I have an answer, but I thought it was weird.
I was like, when did this happen? Why are they doing this episode 13?
I guess because they probably installed or got some certain screens and lighting. Maybe they're doing a test run for the anticipated Lollapalooza and finale. Mm-hmm. So they're just like, let's get our money's worth and start using it in the final episodes running up to it. But I was still like, that's a little jarring. That's strange. Mm-hmm. Changes the continuity of this season. And again, kind of like I said about Jane's exit interview being mirrored, it just felt weird. It felt like a Disney live action version of RuPaul's Drag Race. And yeah, that's I have a few other notes, but they're not worth paying attention to.
All right, very good.
Not that any of those were, like I said, they weren't particularly deep this episode, just kind of jotting shit down as I go along.
So I'm thinking, I don't know why I'm having this discussion with the few seconds left on the RulaskaThoughts theme.
Kick it, girl. You can turn it off.
What do you think's going to happen with you after the season?
I don't know, because obviously I'm not traveling as I start a new job because, I got to get used to, a 6:30 a.m. call time 5 days a week in office is, I'm back to consultant Robert in that perspective. So I don't know. Plus, All Stars always has its weird scheduling issue where it's filmed or released Thursday at midnight or 11.
This podcast is supported by MIDI Health. Are you in midlife, feeling dismissed, unheard, or just plain tired of the old healthcare system? You're not alone. In fact, even today, 75% of women seeking care for menopause and perimenopause issues are left entirely untreated. But it's time for a change. It's time for MIDI. MIDI's not just a healthcare provider. It's a women's telehealth clinic founded and supported by world-class leaders in women's health. Their clinicians provide one-on-one, face-to-face consultations where they truly listen to your unique needs. They offer a full range of holistic, data-driven solutions that isn't one-size-fits-all care. This is care uniquely tailored for you. At MIDI, you will find that their mission is clear: to help all women thrive in midlife, giving them access to the healthcare they deserve. Because they believe midlife isn't the middle at all. It is the beginning of your second act. Ready to feel your best and write your second act script? Visit joinmidi.com today to book your personalized, insurance-covered virtual visit. That's joinmidi.com. MIDI, the care women deserve.